Welcome to War Machines Chronicles. The Vietnam War was a conflict that redefined modern warfare, and at its heart were incredible machines that dominated the sky, land, and sea. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the most iconic hardware the United States deployed in the dense jungles and winding rivers of Vietnam. Let's start with the titans of the sky. The B-52 Stratofortress was a strategic heavy bomber that brought unparalleled destructive power. During operations like Linebacker, these giants flew high above, unleashing massive payloads of conventional and cluster bombs capable of flattening huge swathes of jungle in an instant. They were a symbol of overwhelming air power. Then there was the fighter that ruled the skies, the F-4 Phantom II. This supersonic jet was a true multi-role beast. Its primary job was achieving air superiority, engaging enemy MiGs with its AIM-7 Sparrow and AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles. But it was equally devastating in a ground attack role, delivering bombs with precision and speed. The Phantom became the workhorse of both the Air Force and the Navy. For close-up strikes, especially from aircraft carriers, the A-4 Skyhawk was a pilot's favorite. This lightweight attack aircraft was small, nimble, and surprisingly tough. It could carry a significant bomb load and was perfect for surgical strikes on specific targets. Its agility made it a difficult target and a highly effective weapon in the complex Vietnamese landscape. And we can't forget the rugged A-1 Sky Raider. This propeller-driven plane might seem old-fashioned, but it was a lifesaver. It excelled at close air support, flying low and slow to protect troops on the ground and rescue downed pilots. Armed with cannons, rockets, and bombs, the Sky Raider could loiter over the battlefield for hours, providing crucial support when it was needed most. But if one machine defines the Vietnam War, it's the helicopter. Vietnam was the first true helicopter war, and the UH-1 Huey was its undisputed icon. That distinctive whop-whop sound meant everything. It brought in troops, supplies, and evacuated the wounded. The concept of air mobility, moving soldiers rapidly across the battlefield by air, was built around the Huey. Outfitted with M60 machine guns and rocket pods, it wasn't just a transport, it was a gunship. For heavy lifting, the military relied on the CH-47 Chinook. With its tandem rotor design, this beast could transport entire artillery pieces, large quantities of supplies, or up to 55 soldiers directly into the heart of the jungle. The Chinook was the logistical backbone of the airmobile strategy, ensuring that troops in remote firebases were never cut off. When the ground troops needed serious firepower from the air, they called in the AH-1 Cobra. This was the first purpose-built attack helicopter. Sleek, fast, and deadly, the Cobra was designed for one thing: combat. Armed with a chin-mounted turret, rockets, and missiles, it acted as a powerful escort for Hueys and a lethal guardian angel for soldiers engaged in heavy fighting. On the ground, the jungle terrain presented unique challenges. The M113 Armored Personnel Carrier, or APC, was the solution. This tracked vehicle could navigate the muddy trails and dense vegetation, carrying a squad of soldiers under armor. Topped with a .50 caliber machine gun, it provided mobile firepower and protection during patrols and assaults. It was often called a battle taxi for its crucial role in moving troops through dangerous territory. When heavier firepower was required, the M48 Patton tank rolled in. This main battle tank, with its powerful 90mm cannon, was used to support infantry in direct firefights and to assault fortified enemy positions. While the dense jungle limited its use in some areas, in open terrain and urban battles, the Patton was a formidable force. For quick reconnaissance and transport, nothing beat the M151 Mutt, the successor to the World War II Jeep. This lightweight vehicle was fast and versatile, zipping along roads and trails to carry officers, messengers, and small teams. It was the essential utility vehicle for countless missions. Artillery played a vital role, and the M102 howitzer was a star player. This 105mm cannon was light enough to be transported by a Chinook helicopter, allowing U.S. forces to establish fire bases in even the most remote locations. From these bases, the M102 provided constant, indirect fire support to troops operating miles away. The war also saw the widespread use of controversial incendiary weapons. Napalm, a jellied gasoline mixture, was dropped from aircraft to burn away jungle canopy and destroy enemy positions. Its use was highly effective, but also led to immense destruction and became a major point of contention during the war. Another controversial weapon was Agent Orange. This powerful chemical defoliant was sprayed from planes to strip the jungle of its leaves, denying the enemy cover and concealment. The goal was to expose supply lines and bases, but the long-term consequences for the environment and human health have been devastating and felt for decades. The U.S. Navy also had a critical role. Massive aircraft carriers like the USS Enterprise and USS Kitty Hawk served as floating air bases in the South China Sea. From these mobile platforms, a constant stream of aircraft launched day and night, striking targets deep within North Vietnam and supporting operations in the south. They were the key to projecting American air power across the region. Closer to shore, the conflict moved into the winding rivers and deltas. Here, swift boats, agile and heavily armed patrol craft became essential. They patrolled the waterways, inserting special forces teams, interdicting enemy supply lines, and engaging in intense firefights in the tight confines of the riverine environment. Finally, we have the iconic personal weapons that were in the hands of every soldier. The M16 rifle became the standard-issue firearm for U.S. troops. Lightweight and firing a small caliber, high-velocity round, it was a major departure from previous rifles. The M60 machine gun provided devastating suppressive fire for infantry squads. For taking out fortified positions, soldiers used the M79 grenade launcher, affectionately known as the thump gun. And for dealing with enemy armor, the portable M72 Law rocket gave a single soldier tank-busting capability. The Vietnam War was a technological turning point, introducing the world to the full potential of airmobile warfare, sustained strategic bombing, and the complex challenges of jungle combat. The machines we've discussed today weren't just tools, they were central characters in one of history's most defining conflicts. Thank you for joining us on War Machines Chronicles. If you enjoyed this journey into military history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode. See you next time.